Good morning, travelers. Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot. Today is September 4th, 2016, and I'm going to be coming to you today. I'm going to go ahead and continue the experimentals. I've had so many of you contact me and say that you really do like those, and so, I'll just go ahead and continue doing them. We are, 3 days out past the solar eclipse in Virgo. We have one more eclipse to go. We are still under the influences of Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and Mercury retrograde. A couple of those will be coming out of retrograde very, very soon. I think it's Pluto will be the first one to come out. I have with me today the Casanovas, and I have with me the Sibila cards. Now, I did some pre-shuffling. Let me preface this reading first by saying that for those of you who are not familiar with the experimentals, these are just random messages that the cards want to speak about. So they will not resonate with everyone. Please take what you can and disregard what you cannot. This is not for any specific time frame. So please don't email me asking me, well, what time frame is this for? It's just general energies. It's just something I've asked the cards to show me. And that's what I do. I open up the cards and I say, show me something. So some of you, whatever this is, that the message that's coming will resonate totally. For others of you, you're going to be like, I don't even know what she's talking about. If that's the case, don't worry about it. But you can still watch it and you may get something out of it. Now, I did some pre-shuffling, and I had both the Casanova and the Sibila cards, and I had two cards that came out, one from each deck. Out of the Casanova deck, I have the Eight of Cups. This is betrayal, the discovery, a loss, disappointment, shock. Out of the Sibila deck, the Lamika has come out. So for some of you, I'm going to say that this is either a betrayal by a very, very close friend, or it is a betrayal of someone perhaps you were in a relationship with who is supposed to be your friend. In other words, they're not supposed to betray you. This could be a lover. This is for heterosexual and same-sexual, heterosexual and same-sex. And it is also for friendships, male and female, because I know there's a lot of guys that watch and they're like, well, man, maybe she's always talking about chicks. No, this includes for everybody. If the story resonates, you'll know it. So we're going to go ahead and lay 9 cards down to see what Casanova, who always tells very, very interesting stories. I'm not going to go to the book unless I need to. I'm going to tell you a story of what the cards are telling me. Again, this is general, no specific time frame, no specific zodiac sign. You're either going to recognize it or you won't. Nine cards down. 3 of coins. 7 of swords. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is either going to be an earth sign female or something that is occurring here during the time of Earth. And that is September, the month of September. 5 of Cups. Page of Coins. Queen of Wands. Either a female earth sign or a female fire sign, or someone who has these characteristics, or perhaps something that goes back to the time of fire. 4 of Cups. 9 of Swords. 4 of Swords. And then Justice. In the center, I have the Page of Coins, and this is our focus because it touches every single card in the spread. The story. There is something on offer. There's been an offer made. Or perhaps what is the word I'm looking for? An offer proffered. I think it's a two-way offer. And I say that because this page here, this knave, has on a mask. So I think this is perhaps someone making an offer, but it's not a full offer yet because of the mask. He is either receiving a gift or an offer, or he is proffering it. This touches on everything here. And what the cards are saying is that this was a time of enjoyment. There was a time of enjoyment. People, maybe this is through face-to-face meetings, or I have swords here, so it could have been online meeting. But this was a time of, with the Three of Coins, of really having some enjoyment, of letting loose and having some enjoyment. And there may have been conversations had, or conversations that may have led one to believe a certain thing, because the Seven of Swords in this particular deck is about a plan. But the woman that's sitting at the table with Casanova is not his girlfriend. It is, quote unquote, a friend. Okay. So we don't know if they're just having a conversation or if they're actually making plans. If I'm going to look at the Seven of Swords in its traditional meaning, this means that whatever these conversations that were had, there was something about them that was not clear. So this could either be some kind of subterfuge or a confusing message. But with the Queen of Pentacles sitting here, in a sense, it says that there was a belief that there was a secure position, okay? Or there were conversations and a good time had what made people feel like they were in a secure position. The actual meaning of the card, this Queen of Coins in this deck, is someone who can get exactly what they want, okay? And who is not above perhaps using sex in order to get that, or sexuality, or their sexual power. This could be both male and female. We're going to keep it in a generality. But what has transpired is there has been some kind of loss or regret. We see that as it comes out in the Eight of Cups. But here with the Five of Cups, this card is all about touching the forbidden fruit. It's as if someone has decided that they did something that they shouldn't have done. Okay, and this was done through an offer here. Now, the Queen of Wands is very, very interesting. I have the two queens here. And in one respect, this could be about an option. Someone has an option between two people. They could be of an earth sign and of a fire sign. But in the generalities, this is being someone who felt at one point they were in a secure position. But now something has transpired where the person feels as though they did something that they shouldn't do through an offer. This could be having someone else on the side, or it could be, and this is to me what I find most interesting, because the Page of Coins sits in the center, this offer, this communication, this gift proffered, or someone receiving, she has on a mask as well. And what this says to me is even though the person feels as though they did something that they shouldn't do, or perhaps they quote unquote overstepped their bounds, or perhaps they weren't ready, nevertheless, this is about hidden desires. It is about not allowing their true nature to be seen. Okay. As you can see, this queen is not masked. She's fully herself. This queen is masked. And even though she's got her butt stuck out in the air, okay, it says that she's open to the new emotions or feelings coming in. But she's not willing to show herself fully as she is. Then I come down to the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, this is, let's say, after everything is said and done now, it's a wind down. And this could be, I think, someone either their energies are trying to settle around this, they're trying to get an idea really of what's happening, or it could be someone, because there's another meaning of this card which speaks to boredom, but it's the conversation, okay, after the fact. And either someone has been disappointed because maybe there has been no conversation, or that the conversation was not what was expected, or that there's not the level of interest that someone perhaps displayed in the beginning. Now, the Nine of Swords, nevertheless, there are thoughts going on here. And to me, these thoughts are the person saying, oh, well, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't see it working. This person doesn't meet my criteria, or the list that I have, or the kind of lover that I wanted, or the kind of intimate relationship. There's something about it where we're not quite on equal terms, or I'm not sure if we can become on equal terms. And I say that because this Nine of Swords says that even though this woman was not a well-educated woman, and she was one of a lower socioeconomic status, she was still a very, very, very good friend to Casanova, and comforted him in his times when he felt, sad or despondent or what have you. But ending in the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords is speaking to someone who, in a sense, is imprisoned by their own thoughts, their own actions. And this card, Casanova, is in jail, but he's in jail because, well, he owed money, and he slept with a bunch of women. And so it was through choices and perhaps not thinking things through clearly. As you can see, he's sitting half in the shade and half out of the sun. So to me, this speaks to someone who not only has I want to say self-esteem issues, but that's not quite right. Perhaps it is someone who feels that they're not quite up to the task, so to speak, and not having clarity. They're confused, they're conflicted. Here, this is about someone who, in their full power, recognizes all of what they have to offer, and they've offered it. And now there's a point of resting, or a point of rethinking the situation. Here, this speaks to having a grand old time, making that offer or accepting the offer and having a good time and enjoying it. But now there's some kind of resting phase. There's some kind of delay. There's an issue here. And because these are swords, this is all about communications and thoughts. And I feel that this is speaking to someone who is really, really imprisoned or limited in the way that they think about either themselves, their life circumstances, or the situation. If this is a choice between two people here, then again, the person didn't think things through, okay? Or has not come. I have two fours. has not come to a decision. They're not sure what to do. And the two fours speak to, it's a static situation, it's stagnant, and it's not changing, and it's not going to change for the moment. Now, down the center, the Seven of Swords, here with the Knight of Coins, and then the Nine of Swords. I think conversations have been had. Perhaps there were conversations in which someone felt it was moving forward. There were things said or nuances picked up. Maybe there were things hinted at but never really outright spoken, where you would think that it is a gift, because still the Seven of Swords can speak to a deception. But is it self-deception, or is it deception by another person? I think for many of you it is a deception for another person, from another person. And the nine would indicate that there is really some mental conflict going on here. But then Justice comes in, and I was just explaining to you about Justice the other day. And Justice is, in this particular deck, she represents being open to the truth. Okay, that's why she's got no clothes on. She don't got no stockings on. She don't got no bustier on. All the other women in are either fully clothed or partially clothed. This woman is totally naked. So this is someone who is ready for the truth and who is open to the truth. Now, will she get the truth or he get the truth? I don't know. So we're going to pull some cards first. And this could also be, it's funny because what I'm picking up is, if this is an earth sign female, or someone who has those qualities, someone who's confident, someone who has their shit together, and who's not afraid of just going after what it is that they want. I think this could speak to, on both parts, perhaps feeling now that there's something you did that you should not have done. In a sense, it's like putting yourself out emotionally, and maybe not necessarily having regrets, but maybe saying that it might have been too fast, because now there's second thoughts on this. Now, this is doing something for the sake of doing it, so to speak. It is not the two. The two speaks of hedonistic pleasures. This speaks to kind of doing something without thinking about the consequences. And again, to me, it reads, what it really reads like is that desires were aroused through this, but now we've got to put that in place. Now, I can't ignore that I have two queens here. I cannot ignore that fact. So we're going to take a look and see what these two queens are all about. But it really reads more like, and this could be two sides to the same person. This is the face they show to the outward world, and this is the way they are behind closed doors. And maybe this is causing some kind of confusion. I can say what I am picking up is that I think this Queen of Wands is key. Because to me, it really does not feel, and I'm going to use the word feel, it really doesn't feel like there is a second person. Although, anything is possible. They showed up, these two queens showed up for a reason. But it kind of feels like this is all about hidden desires, hidden wants, hidden needs, a hidden sexual attraction. And if we want to look at it just from the feminine aspect, it really speaks to emotions. I do have these cups here. I have 1, 2, 3 coins. I have 2 cups. I have 3 swords and 1 wands. And that's a queen. And that's pretty high up on the pip card. There are no major arcanas except for the overall energy of the spread. I think this has to do with the situation that is occurring during the month of September. And I say that because the last two cards end in a 9-4. September 4th, that's today. Now, another thing is, if I look at the number of the cards on the queen, each queen, this is a number 13. 1 and 3 make 4. So that's a 4, that's a 4, this is a 4, this is a 4, and justice number 13 is a 4. So, wow. Hold on one second. I gotta get a calculator because I ain't good at math. At least not this morning. This whole row equals a 9. And I said 9-4. But this whole row, 7 plus 11 plus 9 is 27. You add the two together, 7 plus 2 is 9. Now, this equals 12. This is a 3 row. So this could be speaking to 3 people in a situation. I cannot, again, ignore the fact that the 8 of Cups and the Lamika has come out. This could be someone trying to decide whether or not it is a Mercury retrograde. Maybe there's an ex that has come back in. Let me take a look at the 2 queens. Well, now, which one of these females is the Namika? That's the question. What I have is the Gran Consolazione. This is success achieved after a long period of time. Someone being very happy about that. And again, that's kind of what this top row speaks about, is being with someone but there's still something hidden, something unknown, and that unknown factor could be a La Namika. Which one is the La Namika? I can't say. Let's take a look at what the offer is here. Faithfulness, fortune, and this is a viaggio. The viaggio speaks to a trip, a vacation, a move, a transfer. And this could be literally someone trying to make a decision about where they want to go, both literally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It could also be about someone trying to determine if maybe they want to go visit with someone. But I think really what the cards are saying is that whatever this offer is, and the way that the situation is now, because I have all of these 4s, that tells me that it's static, it's stable, but it's not going anywhere. So you see no movement on it, but that eventually you're going to see some kind of movement, and this movement will be positive. Let's take a look at this 4 of Cups. Right, I said this was the end, or the boredom, or the conversation, and this involves a Gran Signore. But as we can see, this Gran Signore is faced towards the past. This card is the card of being completely detached from the past. There he is mourning the loss, okay? And again, it's kind of speaking to this is really where his heart is, or where he needs to be focused. And perhaps this is saying that he hasn't come to that resolution yet, or that there have been conversations about that, but yet it still hasn't gone forward because there's something that we're not seeing here. 9-7, 9-7, 9, 4. These might be pivotal dates for someone. Let's take a look quickly at what the two cards of the Three of Coins with the Five of Cups. Something material here. There was something tangible here. And this is the start of something. That's what the threes are. It's a start of something. But at the same time, I still have three people in the card. And then I have these two queens with this one male in the center. It goes back to this card. This could also be two males and one female, because as you can see there are two men. But it definitely has to do with the betrayal of a trust, a betrayal of a friendship, a close relationship, a confidant. I don't know what that could possibly mean to anyone. Let's see. Now, this could be speaking about the beginning of a new friendship, because that's what this card speaks to, family and friends. This could be about maybe wanting to integrate someone into your family or your life. We do have the Limoneo. The Limoneo is the card of nuptials, contracts, marriages, bonds between two people, and it speaks to a very high spiritual connection between the two people. We have the Giovani Fanciulla. Now, this could be a new person or a young person, a young female coming into the picture. It could, it does not speak to children, because the Sibilla has a card that speaks to children. That is the Bambino card. Or this could be an opportunity, the start of something really new. But yet someone feels as though there's something about it that they shouldn't have done. This is a very interesting spread for me. I hope those messages helped you. And until next time, namaste.